What is this? This is what happens when you move in and you just chuck everything in your basement. You get old stuff in here like model cars and die-cast cars and stuff like that. Old E46 boxes, old E46 stuff, boxes of wheels. Some checkered flags that I should probably find something cool to do with. And, so years ago, I made this track cutout of the Nürburgring GP. I've been trying to think what I should do with it. If you guys have any thoughts, let me know. Got some E46 trim down here, S54, valve cover gasket. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. There we go. Please don't die. Please don't die. What a difference, right? Nice patch of blue sky. I tried to put the car right underneath of it. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? I think so. It's a little bit windy out here because we just had some tornado warnings and some massive storms blowing down trees and stuff right on the other side of the neighborhood. But, you know, it's kind of nice out. I wanted to take this time to, make a video for you guys. All right, guys, so it started raining on me. So we're here in my garage. It's raining outside and I'm sitting in the trunk. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about how much I've spent on my car since purchase. This should be pretty quick if I can get comfortable here. Okay, so I've gone ahead and got a little spreadsheet up here that I just took a screenshot. It has everything that I can just roll through real quick. So I've broken this stuff out between modifications and actual maintenance. So first, let's go through all of the modifications, because this is what I've spent on my car, right? Just keep in mind, you don't have to do these mods. So the cost of this stuff for you guys is going to be significantly less. The first mod, I guess I want to get out of the way, is the BE rod bearings. It's a mod in the sense that, well, I don't know. I guess we could argue that maybe this is a service, it's preventative maintenance, but we're going to just get that out right now, because everybody that talks about these cars talks about rod bearings. I had bought a set of brand new BE bearings for $514. I went ahead and went to RRT out in Sterling, Virginia to have those installed. Install total, everything done with OE rod with OE rod bolts, a new motor mounts, and all the gaskets and all that stuff said and done, came to $2,400. So rod bearings installed, everything said and done, about $2,900 and change. Next on the maintenance list, and I'm actually going to start back at the beginning of time when I owned the car, and we will just keep the BE bearings out of it. Oil change. I have done 2 oil changes to the tune of about $240. The first oil change cost me $95 for Castrol 10W60 from BMW plus a filter. I had that installed by Sean at a shop, so labor was free. So that first oil change was $95. The second oil change after, oh, and I should say, when you do the BE, when I did the rod bearing swap, they also did an oil change with this shit. This is Motul 300V Competition 15W50. You don't have to use this, but RRT recommended it when I did the bearings. So I've just been running that since, which is why my second oil change, I guess technically third because they did one with the BE bearings install. The second oil change that I did with the Motul was in about $140 because that stuff is $30 per each container. Although this is 2 liters, what is it? 2 liters for $30, so it's not significantly more than the Castrol 10W60, but it is a little bit more, and I'm sticking with that for now. Okay, so that was my second oil change. I did spark plugs, $90 off of Amazon. I did the install myself, so labor was free. I did a muffler to chassis ground cable to the tune of $23. I bought that from BMW. This is again service items on the car, not mod. So let me skip down to some more service items on the car. BMW Cl3 Transmission Fluid, $240. Shit's not cheap. Castrol XJ Rear Differential Fluid, $80. I bought both of those from RRT, and the install was free from at Sean's shop. So as you can see, there's not much to maintenance. I guess I could add in the replacement drop-in air filter. So I bought a Mach Schnell filter used for $40, but it was, you know, mint. So there's that. Maintenance. The rear shocks, pretty much all the shocks on this car, I'm sure had seen better days, and even if they weren't toast, they couldn't have been working optimally because the car has 128,000 miles on it. So I did end up buying brand new Bilstein B6 Damptronic shocks for the car because they're, well, for two reasons. One, they're tuned for use with sport springs, which I have, Swift spec springs on the car, and they're cheaper, significantly cheaper than the OE BMW stuff, which wouldn't work as well with the Swift springs. I paid $1,680 for those from ECS Tuning, which price matched off of shockwarehouse.com. So we're gonna just end the maintenance stuff right around there. I have not had to touch my brake pads or my brake rotors. If you do, you're looking at about $800 or so for front rotors, $200–300 in pads, but I didn't spend any of that, so I'm not adding it in this. Okay, so let's talk about modifications now, because this is when it gets fun and the price starts going up. I paid $800 for Michelin Pilot Super Sports, brand new. Combination of picking up the front tires off of eBay when Discount Tire has its $100 off of $400 or more. So I picked up the two fronts there for $360. I picked up the rears for $460 off of Tire Rack because I couldn't find that same deal off of eBay. I paid $155 for the front carbon fiber splitters that are not full carbon fiber. They're a carbon fiber outside with reinforced plastic on the bottom side. Still, they're cool. I like them. I paid $300 for the Swift Spec R springs. I paid $70 for Apex 75mm wheel lugs, studs. And I paid about $25 or so for two sets of extra lug nuts off of eBay. Oh, you know what? I'll get to those. On the topic of the Bilstein Dampers, which I have not got the fronts installed yet because they're on back order still. I also have brand new strut hats that I picked up to go on the car, along with dine-in camber plates in the front. The dine-in camber plate was $180. These brand new strut hats were $100 total. I also, at the time that I bought the car, there was a check engine light for the throttle actuators. I did not have to replace the throttle actuator, but I did buy a brand new one. Luckily, hopefully, knock on wood somewhere, I'll never have to install it. But that was $800, and I think it was a little, just about $900 for the throttle actuator. Also brand new from BMW. Back on to modifications. So I paid $350 for the splatter trim on the inside of the car, which I quite like. I paid $2,200 for the StopTech ST60 kit with two sets of Padgett RS29 pads. The rears are stock, and I'm using the stock pads in the rear as well. They've held up fine for 2 track days so far. I also bought a set of StopTech street pads for the front of the car when I'm not doing track days. So that's what's on the car right now. And the pageants are sitting in a box over there somewhere for my next track day, which is actually going to be at New Jersey Motorsports Park on May 10th for SCCA's Track Night in America. Tell you what, $150 for a track day. It's pretty damn good. So check that out. They've got events all over the country. Modifications. I discovered a cracked front wheel, and rather than buying a new front wheel, I went ahead and bought an entirely brand new set of wheels because, you know, that's what I do, right? I bought the Apex EC7s, 18x10s and 18x9s, actually 4 18x10s and 2 18x9s over Black Friday. So I paid $1,300 for the 10s, plus another $590 for the fronts. I paid, what else do we have here that is a modification? I said $180 for the Dynon camber plates, $300 for the Swift Spec R springs. Oh, the Dynon muffler. Awesome, by the way, I really like that. I paid $1,200 for that used off of local M Club here in Northern Virginia. What else do we got? As far as modifications, oh yeah, the Lux Angel Eyes, those bulbs, I paid $200 off of Amazon, might have been eBay, one of those two, but there it is. You'll see I have a spreadsheet which you can access in the description below. It's a Google link so you can look at it, anybody can view it. You'll see everything that I've paid on my car so far, plus some stuff that was done by the previous owner. So that's it, you can see everything below. Please guys, if you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Make this little red subscribe button over here to make that thing turn white. That'd be awesome. There's going to be more M3 content coming regularly. You can check my previous videos. There's new stuff every week. Well, for the past couple weeks has been new stuff just about every week, and it's going to be summer pretty soon, so there's going to be even more stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate everybody who has, and if you have any comments, leave them below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, what you guys think. Maybe I just way overpaid for some of this stuff. I don't know. Again, thank you all for watching. I'm out of here. Thanks. Bye.